These days, they fill with color.
Hey guys, this is a quick follow-up video on the Neuschwanstein castle, as my last video from 2021 is almost 2 years old and some things have changed ever since.
This place, like a painted vision, and now our intuition.
We visited again the castle just a few weeks ago in July 2023, and I wanted to give you some updates for those of you who are planning on visiting the castle or are interested in going at some point. Starting now with the great news that the Marienbrücke or the Mary's Bridge has now reopened again since some months now. We were able to go back to one of the best photo spot locations of the castle and walk to the first viewpoint that is just like a 5 to 7 minute walk from the bridge. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time to go further on this path of the mountain, and it is something I've been wanting to do for some time, but if you have the time, you can further hike on this trail and reach other nice viewpoint locations from there. Another good news is that the area was not so crowded as the first time we visited back in 2019. The international tourism, especially from Asia, which was quite strong here before the pandemic, still not present over there. So even though we went in the middle of summer, it was not as full as we had expected. We also walked a bit around the Alpsee, which is close by the castle, which is a beautiful lake that I can recommend you to go visit. You can even rent a boat and enjoy the lake even more. For us, that day was quite hot, so even though I was looking forward to rent one, at the end we didn't do it, but this is something I will consider doing next time I'm around. Also, this time we paid for the shuttle bus to take us uphill to the castle, which I found it was quite a good idea as it will save you some time if you're short of it. As the usual walk from the parking area to the castle might take you around half an hour, so this is a great option also for those who are not fit for walking uphill. We also did the inside tour for the first time. When arriving to the gates of the castle, you won't be able anymore to see anything else unless you have a ticket. So now it is also a plus to have it for that. For the inside tour, ideally you book the tickets online a few days prior to your visit. I will add the website link on this video. If you want a person to do the guided tour, you have options to do it in German or English, but if you need additional languages, there's the option to do it with just an audio guide device. This is what we did this time, as my parents were not able to understand any of those languages. The audio guide only tour is also in the presence of a tour guide that turns on the audio device per room that you visit, so you are always listening at the right place at the right time. The inside tour felt a bit short, it was only around 15 minutes. They explain on the tour that the castle is still being renovated on the inside and it is expected to last until the end of 2024. They also don't allow you to take pictures inside, which I found it to be a very outdated rule, as nowadays most people don't even use a flash on their phones, which is usually the main concern that they have in these situations to avoid damaging the paintings. So in general terms, the few rooms that we saw were very impressive. You can really tell that this is a palace and not a castle, as the interior decorations are more based on paintings on the walls, with some religious meaning on some of them, and usually castles are more like a medieval kind of look on the inside, like the Elbs or the Hohenzollern castles. So I believe the previous advice from my 2021 video remains. If you're not seeing any other castle besides this one, then yeah, go and book the tickets for the inside tour. But to get a better sense of the castle itself, you will need to wait for the renovations to be over so that you can see all rooms, to get a proper feeling of what used to be living inside the Neuschwanstein castle. So that's all that I wanted to update you guys on the Neuschwanstein castle. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. See you guys until next time. Pura vida.